So this is our player rewards invitational. We invited 16, only 11 could come today. A lot of people had some other obligations, but they're playing for a whole case basically, and this has just been the culmination of what 3 or 4 months of attending events.
Right.
Are the people who attend the most events got invited basically. So this is a reward to the players for, you know, supporting us. What's up, Kegel?
Kegel's playing in the event. He got the buy.
Yeah, Kegel got the buy. Oh, say round 4. That's not correct. It is round 1. Yeah, 1-0 is a good start. Is Bricker on living end?
I think so, unless he took mine.
Unless he's doing Esper control.
I'm not sure which deck he's got. Did he not write it down?
Yeah. Why we start on round 4? What's up, Tandy?
What's up, Tandy?
All right. Yeah, TJ took down last night's F&M with control. Very dominating performance. But String Bean's also a control aficionado, so...
Yeah, this should be interesting. Colonnade go.
Land go, land go, land.
Yep.
It'll be land go for a while here, but it'll heat up. Don't worry.
You might see an opt or a consider.
Yeah. Get a little bit of action.
Get that Triumph. Again, TJ playing a Ralgren Triumph and a Breeding Pool to get Prismatic Ending more mana options.
Yeah, access to up to 4 colors for Converge. Oh, did String Bean miss his land? Oh, no. String Bean misses his 3rd land.
That's not good. See another land coming down here for TJ and an opt in hand.
Missing land drops in the control mirror is just the most brutal.
Looks like String Bean missed again.
Well, that's not how you want game 1 to go.
No.
If you're a String Bean.
TJ has...
Oh, good.
TJ has another island in hand, so he's going to be able to play that island and start Castle Vantressing here too, if he wants to.
Okay.
All the time in the world.
Streamy did find the 3rd land, and he's sitting on a couple of Archmage's charms, so maybe he'll fire one off to try to draw some cards here on TJ's end step.
Colonnade tapped for TJ. String Bean firing off the Archmage's Charm, just like you said, Taryn. Drawing 2. I don't think he hit another land in that.
Oh, that is brutal.
I don't see one. That is absolutely brutal.
TJ, meanwhile, is just cast 2 ops and a deluge, just crafting a really nice hand.
Discarding 2 for String Bean. Another charm to draw 2. Did hit a land. But this feels, I mean, TJ's got snap. Is he going to snap Deluge? Snap opt.
Just opt.
I was going to say, next turn he plays a land, he can just 7 mana.
Yeah, probably just doesn't want to allow for, okay, just going to fire the charm. I was going to say maybe not wanting to allow a window where, like, the Wanderer could come down or something. But just getting Snapcaster out there to get some pressure going. Because Stringbean does have Wonder in hand. And he uses his own Snapcaster.
Snap opt. TJ moving to discard and discarding a verdict.
Verdict isn't the best card in this matchup.
You know, you're watching good control players when they're not concerned over these little things. You know, they're letting both players could be sitting here fighting over the snap. They could be fighting. They're just, we're good. You know what I mean? Like,
We have to know what things actually end up allowing your opponent into the game or allow your opponent to win the game. Stringbean lets his Wonder stick and eat his Snapcaster.
is he maybe wanting to wonder of his own? Tetaboy TV with the sub.
My resub was up. Okay, put a counter on Snap, get in for 3. Baby Teferi.
TJ way ahead on lands is now going to start pushing things.
Allows Tef to get countered. Might just have a second one. He does. And that one's gonna stick.
No more counter magic from you.
Yeah, if you have a counter, I think you definitely fire it off there because it's it's just dead now.
Right.
Even if you're just you're playing into like his counter spell or something.
TJ still with counterspell magic up.
Does he have counter spell in hand?
I don't know.
See, I saw March. Big Teferi March. TJ can resolve that Big Teferi anytime soon. This game's probably gonna be a wrap.
There's little Teferi for Stringbean, and that's going to come down. We'll see what's in TJ's hand. It's good.
Bounces Snapcaster.
Wanted to draw a card. Could have gone with no targets, but then his Tef just dies.
Yeah.
But Snap gives quite a bit of value. Snap Charm, you know.
Yeah. I'm not. Streamy might have something like particular in his hand that. Also, I mean, getting your Baby Tef to stick would mean Snapcaster isn't it's not gonna come down and counterspell anything. He can like snap.
No, but you can do it main phase, Snap Charm, draw 2 on your turn.
Right. Just I'm saying, counter magic wise, it doesn't matter. He needs his Baby Teferi to live.
Big Tef. It's a lot of Planeswalkers on TJ's side. TJ with another Big Tef in hand. Plus draw seems good.
Blessing Teferi, Big Teferi is just. It's one of my favorite things to do in Magic when it was in Standard, anyways.
Prismatic for 3, using that Triumph. Untap 2.
Yeah, TJ's in a very good spot here.
3 Planeswalkers on board. I mean, plusing Little Tef, he has instant speed sorceries now.
Yeah, so Prismatic Ending and Verdict, I think, are maybe the only sorceries he has, but even that's a big deal.
Another Little Tef from Robert. We're going to get a snap in response.
Yeah. Snap opt, probably.
So TJ is going to be tapped out, though. I wonder if Robert will use the opportunity. He has 4 mana up to get down like a Wanderer or, something like that. Because he's not playing in an instant speed.
Yeah, has he made a land drop?
I don't know.
He hasn't made a land drop. I'm not sure if he has Big Teferi in his hand or not, but he could go for it as well. Or he could try to Wonder on TJ's turn and eat the Snapcaster.
He can't Wonder on TJ's turn because of...
Oh, yeah, never mind. Teferi.
Deluge. Main phase. Deluge. What's up?
Opt, Counterspell, Archmage Charm. He's going to take Charm. He could steal one of the Wonder's tokens. Solitude. Pitching a Baby Teferi, eat that Snapcaster. TCG Player 92, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thanks so much. Tef's gonna go to 6, so we're gonna have to. Streamy's gonna have to find a way to deal with all of these planeswalkers that TJ has. So Little Tef's gonna get tucked. TJ with a boatload of mana.
Yeah, I don't.
It's still looking bleak here for String Bean.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real conceivable way he can claw back into this. Maybe he runs a farewell and he'll get it to resolve.
But that's
Exile
still
the planeswalkers.
yeah.
I don't know. We have Connor joining us in the booth now. What's up, Connor?
Hey, chat. Yep, definitely thought the event was at 1 o'clock today. Definitely was in the middle of eating my breakfast when I asked Brick, it's at 1 o'clock, right? He goes, nope, it's 12. I'm like, I'm leaving now. I will be there in a moment. I can only assume that we got to this position through a lot of bad luck for Mr. Robert Creemans.
He missed the
Multiple land drops.
Oh. Yeah.
That's
He
brutal.
was stuck on 2 lands for 2 turns.
And then made 1 drop and then missed another one, I believe.
Oh yeah, and then he made his land drop, cast an Archmage Charm, and then had to discard 2 on his next turn.
Hard. Wait, 7 mana?
Memory Deluge.
Yeah, so we're gonna Deluge.
Okay. Well,
Act like we need to find an answer, but we really don't because we already have the answer in our hand, right? That's how everyone else plays.
I don't know yet. I mean, String Bean can't counter anything.
You can't counter it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do the same thing in Living End. I'll have the Force Negation in hand. I'll be like, I guess I'll cycle 2 times trying to find the Force. Oh, look, I found it.
Right. You just kind of conceal information that way.
Yeah. But
Yep. It's
gonna stick.
really couldn't find it.
So we're just gonna tap out here, run out an Archmage's Charm, draw the 2.
That's a pretty big deal for Stringbean now having his own big Teferi.
That can't get tucked right now by the other Teferi.
Yeah, very, very important clause.
Although TJ does have another big Teferi in his hand.
Yeah, so we could see an uptick to draw a card, untap 2 lands at the beginning of the end step, and then
Play the other one and
play the
bounce
other one
it.
and bounce. Oh, nasty. Cycle Shark Typhoon to make the 1/1. Go to our turn, untap, upkeep, draw. Was that an opt?
Solitudes. TJ has a lot of cards in hand.
That is a non-zero amount of cards.
It's at least like 4.
I think 4 is a bit much, honestly.
I'm actually this control mirror, like I'm very fascinated by what's going on and where this is going. Like it's interesting to me.
Hall of the Storm Giants turns into a 5/6, right?
7.
7/7.
A 7/7? It has
Yeah,
ward,
yeah.
right?
It's
Ward 4.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
But you can't instant speed removal it anyways.
Yeah, because we can't play it instant. But I'm saying like
So
it's just so.
that is
Wow.
9 to face, putting String Bean down to 2.
We can no longer fetch shock. We can't shock, period. So even if we do get a land here, is String Bean on 4-color control?
No, they're both blue white.
Okay.
like TJ has Rogren and Breeding Pool in his deck just for extra colors for ending. But
Okay.
they're blue white.
And then Robert also has the Breeding Pool and 2 Triumphs. All right, well, it looks like we'll just uptick, draw the card. Do we get an out? That's something. That is something. But I don't think it's enough.
TJ can still, I don't know what he has in hand. I think a Snapcaster, he could still play at instant speed.
Is the play here play Baby Tef, bounce the shark back to hand, draw a card, hope that it's something good? If not, I think we have mana for Solitude, but I think we're just dead here. I think
The Solitude can't hit the. You got to get rid of the baby Tef on TJ's side, and you have to pay Ward 4.
oh, well, that's a snap for Archmage's Charm. Gonna seal the deal on this game, it looks like. We can still end step. Yeah, TJ can still end step, just opt here, right? Yeah. Oh, we'll pick it up. Go to game 2.
Not bad, just a 20-minute game 1.
So-
Gotta assume String Bean will be on the play. Let's see if we can make our land drops.
Oh, that's gonna be tough to get through. That's 2 Baby Safaris in TJ's hand.
Yeah, Baby Teferi is very, very polarizing in this matchup.
I'm so unfamiliar with the control versus control mirror match.
I always feel like you're kind of waiting on the other person to make a mistake. You're being patient, and you're waiting till you can force them into a bad play.
That's why hitting land drops is so important, and just having like the ops or like deluge and stuff's extremely important.
Right.
Because when you start missing land drops, then you're the one that's forced to do something.
To attempt to catch back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why I could never play control. I
Greg
am
can
too impatient.
follow. Minifer MTG, thanks for the follow.
All right, so fetch on the end of TJ's turn, untap, upkeep, draw. We had, yeah, just all the lands that we need, I guess. But we have 3 right now, 4. So with TJ having the 2 Tefs in hand, is he looking to get to a point where he can play the Tef with counter magic backup?
Yeah, you
Potentially, but really, in my like, what you want to do is you just want to start doing stuff on their end step. Archmage Charm, draw 2, Memory Deluge, look at 4, take 2 in your hand.
Yeah.
Start doing that kind of stuff on their end step and get them to finally say, you know what, I'm countering that Deluge. Then they are tapped. You go to your turn and you get to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like Shark Typhoon and Snapcaster are really, really good too, because they can pressure life totals and the Wanderer and actually make the other, the other control player do something. But the way you lose this is by trying to play like a Baby Fairy too early on your turn and losing the counter war, or even if you win it and they can just untap, slam their own Baby Fairy or something.
How people can be this patient, I don't understand.
So here's the end step pressure from TJ. So flashing into Solitude, untapping, playing a 6 land, and now starting a Beats. So we're gonna pass in step back, and we'll see. Streaming doesn't do anything in step,
And blue white no longer really has super efficient ways to deal with high CMC creatures anymore. Really, Solitude is about it.
Yeah.
I mean, besides like Verdict or the Planeswalker getting it or something like that.
But no actual targeted removal because Blue Eye doesn't play Path anymore.
well,
Right.
they play their own Solitudes.
Yeah, but
So-
besides Solitude being,
Oh, right.
but Prismatic Ending, March just aren't very good at removing higher CMC threats.
You have 7 untapped mana. You can just march and remove it. End step.
Yeah, you can
make them counter it or whatever.
might have taken out all the marches. I don't know. Ooh, casting a veil before doing anything else. I think.
That is awesome. That is
That
awesome.
you know what we call that? It's called an alpha move.
Yeah, I don't really understand why you'd play the veil before playing anything else. So
You force them to counter the veil right now.
Maybe a bait and switch here.
because I feel like
Playing in response.
because you could just like let it go. You don't get to draw, play your threat or whatever, like, and it gets to resolve, which is good, obviously. But if you just play your threat and then play the veil, you get to fizzle their spell and draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a counter war going on now. Veil Summer on the stack, counter spell, and then Archmage Charm.
1 blue for a dispute. Hmm.
Yeah,
No.
and all of that gets down a baby Tef. But now String Bean's tapped out and TJ's untapping with a threat and a lot of mana.
Oh, that's a veto. Veto is huge in the matchup.
Veto makes me feel so bad. Nothing worse than staring at a force negation in your hand and your opponent just vetoes your spell. And you're like, oh, force doesn't do anything here.
Using that Triumph, able to pump that Prismatic Ending up to 3.
This is
That's
pretty
all.
much perfect here because TJ gets to just play land and play his own Baby Fairy and hold a veto here. It's kind of a crushing. Oh wow! Force of negation.
pitch the Snapcaster for it.
But
I mean, he can just veto the force.
yeah.
Gonna draw a card. TJ down to 1 card. Not liking that.
No.
Control players do not like that. Baby tech number 2. Are we gonna bounce the Solitude? Yep. Is that another snap in hand?
I believe it is.
String bean. We got to find a way though. Snap is, you know, a little bit useless when you can't play instant speed.
True.
Definitely doesn't have as much value.
The other thing is string bean down to 8, and TJ has a Hall of the Storm Giants.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful of that.
Magic Master 22. Thanks for the follow.
Oh, what's up, Randall? Congrats on the last 1K.
Hey, Randall.
2K.
Thanks for knocking me out of the top 8. It's fine. It's fine. Seriously, though, congrats.
Oh, he has 2 hits from a Colonnade too.
Oh, yeah.
A little less mana investment.
Fire up the hall.
Choo choo. 7. Boom. No more fetching. No more shocking.
I think seeing the Colonnade, the only thing is Colonnade dies to removal. Easier, but it's can't play an instant speed though.
Nope. Can't.
So I think the play actually is Colonnade right there, and still a 2-turn clock.
Yeah, make a shark token as a blocker. Spreading Seas, one of the animate lands. Could that be a play?
But you have to Spreading Seas the Hall because you can at least deal with a Colonnade Hall you can't deal with.
Yeah.
But I jest. You're not dealing with the Colonnade unless you remove the Teferi, but Shark can take care of Teferi.
Yeah.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
String being in jump block mode.
Yep.
Oh. TJ's tapping a lot of mana. What's happening?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Is that a big shark? Shark bake hoo-ha?
Oh, no. I think he was just still showing he was in his end step, and those weren't untapped yet. I think is what he was showing.
Wait, sorcery spells at instant speed. The only spells that he has in hand are Baby Teferi and a Solitude. The other 2 are lands.
Again, with Baby Tef, we're casting another one. Bouncing the Shark, getting rid of the chump blocker.
Yep, and then get in the Colonnade.
Yep, and get in with Colonnade. There's nothing that Robert can do about it.
Oh, he can actually. I think he has enough mana to get in with Hall if he wants.
Deal as much damage as possible, because it's what we do.
Well, Colonnade is soft to another Shark Typhoon, whereas Hall will beat Big Shark.
I feel like Colonnade is also.
Oh,
wait,
no,
what?
going for Colonnade.
Are we not able to animate Hall of the Storm Giants at instant speed?
Yeah, you can animate it. Colonnade's flying.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
All right. TJ gets the Control Mirror 2-0. Very tough matches.